Join me as I dive into the creepy world of Annabelle and try to uncover what's really behind that unsettling smile. You know, Annabelle is more than just a creepy doll from a horror movie franchise. She's based on a real-life story that's guaranteed to send chills down your spine. The doll was actually a Raggedy Ann toy that was purchased back in the 1970s by a student nurse named Donna as a gift for her mother. But what started out as a harmless gift soon turned into a living nightmare. So what is it about Annabelle's smile that evokes such fear in people? I think it's because it's just so unsettling. It's not a warm, friendly smile. It's more like a cold, calculating grin that seems to say, I know something you don't know. And that mystery surrounding her, the fact that we don't really know what's going on behind that smile, is what makes it so terrifying. We're wired to respond to smiles as a sign of friendliness and approachability, but Annabelle's smile flips that on its head and makes us feel uneasy. There's something primal about our response to Annabelle's smile, too. It's like our brains are trying to tell us something, that this doll is not what it seems, that there's something sinister lurking beneath the surface. And the fact that we can't quite put our finger on what it is that's so unsettling about her smile just makes it even more frightening. The more you think about it, the creepier it gets. I mean, we're talking about a doll that's supposed to be an inanimate object, but somehow it's managed to tap into our deepest fears and anxieties. And that's what makes Annabelle's smile so effective. It's not just a creepy visual, it's a psychological trigger that sets off all sorts of alarms in our brains. The history of the Annabelle doll is pretty fascinating too. From her humble beginnings as a Raggedy Ann toy to her current status as a symbol of terror, she's had quite the journey. The stories about her encounters with people are pretty chilling too. From the student nurse who first discovered her to the paranormal investigators who've tried to uncover her secrets. And then there are the people who've actually interacted with her, who've reported all sorts of strange occurrences and unexplained events. One of the most fascinating things about Annabelle's history is the way she's been passed from person to person over the years. From the student nurse to the paranormal investigators to the museum where she's currently housed, she's had a lot of different owners, and each one of them has a story to tell about their encounters with her. And through it all, she's remained this enigmatic figure, this creepy presence that seems to be watching and waiting. The stories about Annabelle's encounters with people are pretty wild too. From the student nurse who reported finding her in different positions around the house, to the paranormal investigators who've captured all sorts of strange audio and video evidence. There's no shortage of creepy tales about this doll. And then there are the people who've actually touched her or held her. They've reported all sorts of strange sensations and feelings, from intense fear to a sense of overwhelming dread. One of the most famous stories about Annabelle is the time a couple of guys decided to visit her in the museum and ended up getting a serious case of the heebie-jeebies. They reported seeing her move on her own, hearing strange noises, and even feeling like they were being touched by an invisible force. It's stuff like this that just adds to the legend of Annabelle and makes her smile even creepier. So what have we learned about Annabelle's smile? It's more than just a creepy visual. It's a psychological trigger that taps into our deepest fears and anxieties. It's a symbol of the unknown, the unknowable, and the uncontrollable. And it's a reminder that sometimes the things that scare us the most are the things we don't understand. Thanks for watching, guys. If you've got any thoughts on Annabelle or her creepy smile, be sure to leave them in the comments below. And if you're looking for more videos on horror stories or paranormal phenomena, I've got you covered. Just check out the links in the description box.